Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball, this game being played at Warzone Paintball, Rigo, Quebec. Team Deathmatch on the Village. Now, last fall, some haystacks, just bales of hay, not thinking haystacks might mean something specific, not a farmer. Bales of hay were arranged in different areas for like a zombie event, and they were kept, and we really didn't get to play too many games with that setup. But now here in the spring, we're seeing the setup, and it really changes the field in a good way. As a matter of fact, the spawn where my team is spawning here, point number 4, usually is a pretty weak spawn point. I'm not saying like horrible, but really not desirable. And it's pretty good in this one. So we're talking a 4-on-4 for this one, and it was fun. Let's watch.
I'm gonna head, okay. You see the pylon tree there? I'm gonna head over there. Yeah, to get in the field, I'm just gonna fucking lay low. I see him.
All right, so I went a little bit into the middle of the field, something you normally don't recommend too much, especially when there's a lot more players. And we are experienced players here, but because, you know, there's not too many, it's not too bad to probe in there, but I've already come under fire. Now, I'm gonna look behind me, and I'm gonna see Gene and Nathan. I'm gonna identify two enemies that I see just behind me that were firing at me, but I'm not gonna stay there for very long. I'm gonna go west, so to the left of where I am right now, and find a little bit of a safer ground, because right now the wall in front of me, it's only a half wall, and there's a full wall, the same barrier behind me. And if I poke my head out, the contrast is just too much. They'll see my head, plus they already know I'm here, and I'm taking some hard shots. I think it might be Charlie shooting at me. He's not gonna miss at this range, so yeah, I gotta get out of here. So I'm making this strange like ch sound. I'm trying to get the attention of Green Rental, who's in spawn point 1 here. He's, and I got 2 fingers up because I spotted 2 enemies on the way here. Well, kind of spotted. There's one kind of to the right of where we are right now, and there's another one that's shooting at Green Rental. Like, he knows about that guy, obviously, because he's in a firefight. I know the general area he's in, so I'm putting out 2 because I know where 2 are. That's all 4 enemies I've spotted in the game so far. That's all fine and dandy, but now I gotta go get them. So I'm gonna go into the barrier to my right, and I gotta work with Green Rental and, you know, try to root this out, because he's in a good spot, but he's kind of pinned there. So obviously I can kind of go out and hopefully flank whoever's shooting at him, because he's not behind the building. There's a building just north of us that's kind of tough to get. There's these like stacks of hay, but there's multiple stacks of hay and other barriers. So I got to figure out where that guy is. And plus, like I said, there's another guy to the right I got to be wary of. All right, this enemy here, that's the fourth one that I knew was to my right somewhere. He's out of the game. He's actually coming off from more towards midfield. So when I went into the building and was trying to communicate with Green Rental, I guess he moved more mid, but now he's out. The other players that were on the right side, also out of the game. He just wandered to the other side. So one guy left. So you know what? I know we have at least two of us left. And if the other two enemies were taken out, it's probably one other survivor unless they all traded off. So we have a big manpower advantage. I'm going to take a wide flank. I know one of the last two barriers I think this last enemy is at. So I'm going to be careful, go around and flank. And let's see if I can do it.
Sorry. You're stealing my kill. Sorry, when he called the paint check.
Hey, I did it. Actually, you heard me say to Nathan, asking him if he was trying to steal my kill because we both kind of popped the guy. He actually asked the ref for a paint check, and I had to hold for a second. And then when he's like, no, he's clean, it's like, well, you know, he sees me in that. He reached for his gun quickly. I pop him one. He's out of the game. We win. So, yeah, and that's funny. At the start of the game, Nathan and I, when we were walking to the save zone, we're both kind of mentioning that we're kind of getting tagged in the first 4 games of the day. We weren't feeling it, so we actually had a pretty decent one on this one. It's not about always playing well, but you want to go out there and at least feel a little competitive. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Game over.